Hello and welcome to my tutorial on Broly. I'm not going to waste any time, so let's jump straight into the hyperbolic time chamber. So a quick overview and information on Broly. Broly isn't the smallest or quickest of characters, but where he lacks in that department he gains in strength and power. I have tried sidestepping most characters, but half the time I end up getting hit by them, so best to try and avoid doing that, as most the time he gets hit. You can still try it, but it's not recommended. He doesn't get stunned getting hit by ki blasts, which is a really good advantage against other players, because when you're charging your ki and they blast you, you can carry on charging your ki. His ki blasts are extremely strong, so use them to your advantage. His moves are slower than most character, so he's harder to counter. All moves here are done on standard control layout on default settings. Now let's have a look at his skill set. You can look at these in the training mode on the start menu by pressing explanation of controls. Explosive wave is very good for when you are being attacked by an opponent. This uses 2 skill counts. You can use this attack by pressing R2 and up on the D-pad, which I will show you here, and deals about 1295 damage, just over a quarter of the opponent's health bar. His next skill is Kakarot. This uses 3 skill points. It is activated by pressing R2 and right or left on the D-pad. This skill activates Sparking mode. It takes a little while to kick in, so I would use it when opponent is stunned or you've hit them away. It also increases melee attack power, ki blast attack power, and defense, all greatly increase for 15 seconds. Next skill is Eraser Cannon, which is activated by pressing R2 and square and uses 3 bars of ki. It isn't a beam move, but more like a big ball of ki, which take 1 bar of health away from the opponent when hit. Next move, which is one of my favorites, is called Gigantic Hammer. It is activated by pressing R2 and triangle. It takes a lot of ki to use for bars of ki, but it is unguardable. It doesn't go very far, so it's best to use it up close and when you're in sparking mode.
It's time for a bloodbath. Die! Scum is scum, after all.
The last skill is the Omega Blast, which is activated by pressing R2 and circle. It can only be used in sparking mode, and it is unguardable on hit and is very powerful when it does hit.
Prepare to die! This is the end!
Onto his fighting ability. Broly is very good at closing the distance quickly by lunging forward by dashing forwards with X, and pressing square or holding square will make it stronger and you will lunge further, which can take your opponent by surprise, as shown here. Next one is dash forwards with X and press triangle, which will dash forwards and blast them with ki blasts, providing you have got ki, which can mess up opponent who spam perception. The other little trick I use is when they're about to attack me or are close to me, I double press L1 to get away, which confuses them because not many people do it. Next tip, my favorite combos. You can always add to them, but these are my favorite: square, triangle, 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 square. Next one is square, square, triangle, which should flip your opponent round, then follow up with square, 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 hold triangle, which then that can be followed up with more combos. Another one is the leg sweep, which I like to use. Press square and then down on the left analog stick and triangle at the same time. You can also hold triangle for a more powerful attack. You can then after follow up with a combo or a grab. Next little tip for opponent who spam perception: just keep grabbing them or use X and square to do an instant transmission attack only when close, because you won't vanish behind them. So this is just a basic tutorial on what Broly is capable of in a nutshell. I think he's one of the top tier character in the game and can catch people very off guard. Dragon Ball Z. Broly is and always will be one of my favorite characters in the game and on screen because of his ruthlessness, strength, and just sheer power. I hope this helps some of you to improve and maybe take a look at using one of the strongest characters in the game. Thank you for watching, and if you want any more tutorials with Broly or anyone else, feel free to just ask. Now please enjoy this ranked match where I put some of this tutorial into practice.
No chance! It's over now. Prepare to die! This is the end! Destroy I haven't killed enough to satisfy my urges yet!